Welcome back to Talking Corner. This is Gamers Corner's podcast where us four owners get together and talk kind of what we've been going through with streaming. One of the common, I guess, good versus evil struggles that we find in streaming is technology. We have good technology and we have bad technology. And something you'll find in common here with us four owners is the fact that we like to stream and play from different consoles. And being a PS4 elite person, firmly believe that PlayStation's the better console. So I think that this little webisode that we do here is going to be about consoles. What do you guys think?
You
PlayStation
got
or
rocks
Xbox?
in your head.
No way. PlayStation all day.
I mean,
shit.
no real. I don't know. I owned the Xbox 360 Elite for about a week and sold it. Didn't get along with it at all.
It's because it's Xbox.
That's really all I've got to say about it. Like I say, I'm wearing a jumper. This says it all, man. Let's just stick with it, and we'll all be good.
Looks like you bought it from a $2 bin.
I feel Cypher doesn't like it because of Bill Gates.
Who doesn't like it? I don't like it because of Bill Gates.
I love Bill Gates. Bill Gates is my daddy.
Oh man. I had the original Xbox, like the big box cube, and I think the best game that I played on that was. Did they have Tomb Raider for that Xbox? Do you guys remember?
No, that was
like Lara Croft.
Yeah, that was PlayStation.
That's Lara Croft.
Yeah, then
anyway,
I guess
PlayStation people, no brains.
It's Lara Croft. Thank you. Not Lara.
Not.
Lara Croft.
Lara.
Lara Croft.
Wow.
Which, I mean, just there goes to show you that PlayStation's better than Xbox. It can't even carry a solid game. Xbox had what? Halo? Come on, where's Halo? Where's Bungie?
Gears of War.
Bungie's only just pulled their finger out of their ass with Destiny 2. They only just about pulled that back, man.
You should see how it runs on PS4. Terrible. Might as well play it on your old Nintendo.
Look, I don't go in.
PlayStation controllers are a lot much more comfortable than Xbox controllers are.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I think Xbox is so much more ergonomic.
Are you serious?
Also, you can have a lot more skill
and big
with the Xbox controller than a PS4 controller.
Cowboys got like 27 controllers for PlayStation.
Then why do you keep smashing them? Because they're shit.
Don't blame the controller. Play the person controlling the controller.
The one thing I'll give PlayStation that I do think, one minute thing they beat us in, their game exclusives I think are definitely better.
God of War.
Yeah, God of War, Spider-Man.
PlayStation has a better system, though, doesn't it? Like the capability of the system
way
itself
worse. Yeah. No, seriously, it is. Jay's tech guy. PS4 is way worse than Xbox.
How is it worse?
What, in relation to like dashboard or
no, in relation
general,
to tech,
I mean,
hardware.
Yeah,
hardware. They're behind. They're not massively behind, and it's probably to the point where you probably physically can't see it. But if you look at it spec for spec, apples for apples, like video card teraflops is less than Xbox teraflops. Minute things like that, and even if you look at the specs on the new Xbox coming out, the new PlayStation coming out, they're slightly behind again, but they're both going to handle RAM differently. But from a graphical point of view, Xbox is ahead again in teraflops. So
I feel like
teraflops, isn't that a dinosaur?
Just like the PS4. Fucking dinosaur.
Oh.
I feel like we might start some arguments in the comments. I think we might just start an argument in the comments.
So you can't comment on Spotify, so please comment on YouTube.
It's been a lifelong battle for everyone.
There's no arguments to be had. PlayStation continues to put out the content. They continue to put out the games. They continue to reach the base through their different avenues. Xbox is just so limited by a user support system in Microsoft. It just leaves it empty.
So 2 games in 10 years is definitely worth the technical difficulties you guys have had. How's your audio going with your capture
What? I
card
can't hear
from
you.
PS4?
I can't hear you. What'd you say?
Is that going all right to get OBS from PS4? Is that pretty good with the capture card?
Pretty sure my stream like how mine looks.
Yeah,
the
I made your
Elgato.
stream for you.
Elgato problem.
Right, no, fuck that. Cut that there. He's getting personal now. I'm done with this.
No.
Nope.
Can't handle it. Can't handle it, cowboy.
Sipping his coffee. I don't have much.
It's such a fine point. I think the way that you've grown up and your friends that have it, like I couldn't leave Xbox now, regardless of which console was truly superior. I have too many friends, and I'd have to take all my friends with me. Even though you have crossplay, and that's getting more and more these days.
Yeah.
But not every game's going to be crossplay. Your single players and even your games that you play quads in that isn't online, but it's like campaign online.
Yeah.
They won't be crossplay, or they may be down the track, but they'll be a lot later than multiplayer will be. I won't be able to leave, and otherwise I have to take 10 people with me.
Yeah.
I'm not going.
I feel like no matter what they do with the crossplay as well, it's like I can't go and comfortably jump in a game with Cypher, or even with Cypher, because he's on PlayStation, so it's easier. But with the server issues, we have some problems. But I can't go and jump on with Oz and Doctor and comfortably play a game and continue to play that all night. Like cross-platform is what is going to stop the division between PlayStation and Xbox.
Mm-hmm.
And until they get it solid, where you can jump on and play the same with you as I do in a game with Cypher, or as I do in a game with my mate up north, it's never going to stop the division. It's not going to stop it.
What caused that original division between PlayStation and Xbox? Was it just the fact that it was two different systems and people get on board just like any sports team?
As far back as I can remember, it was never a we were better, you were better type scenario. It's just the way I see it. It just sort of split down the middle. It was direct competition. It's a whole Samsung Apple type scenario.
Mm-hmm.
Android,
I like to see the comments.
Yeah,
PC Master Race.
Android versus Apple type scenario. Which obviously Android's way superior. But
the first game system I had.
Podcast.
Yeah.
First game system I had was the original NES. So I mean, the split kind of went from there, right? Did you guys have the original Nintendo Entertainment System?
I thought the NES was on par with the PS4 in hardware capabilities, actually. So I like you still sticking to your same kind of stuff. What were you gonna do, Cowboy?
I'm gonna reach through and slap the shit out of you. I remember my favorite console of all time was the Sega. Sonic and the Sega. Fuck everything else. Let's go back to them days.
Alex the Kid.
Alex the Kid, yeah. Let's go back to them days, man.
I still have my gaming.
If you do go back to those days, I think that was a whole Sega versus Nintendo back then.
Yeah, that's true.
And they were the two main consoles. And then you had Nintendo took off. Nintendo really took off. But Nintendo is now where Nokia is, and they had the chance before when the smartphone started coming out to actually smash the market, and Nintendo just fell short. And then PlayStation came through, Xbox came through, and actually left Nintendo behind.
So it just goes to show that it's the feud has not just started between Xbox and PlayStation. It actually goes back before that.
Yeah, it does.
To consoles that, like, fucking hell, I weren't even born for some of them.
But definitely that point, like the Nintendo, I think had a chance to really take off in the market, and then they got left behind with.
They're going pretty good now.
Well, they've now found their niche again. You know what I mean? They know they're not going to compare, and they're not trying. They're much more family orientated. They're sticking with Mario. They're sticking with all those games that young kids, family friendly kids, can play. And
but it's nostalgia, isn't it? That's what we were talking about. Happy and the people that play them old games, Banjo-Kazooie, Spyro, all them sort of games. Like I remember playing. There was one called Cool Spot. right back in the day. Like, if I could play that now, I would sit and play Cool Spot from start to finish.
Yeah.
Because the feeling that it brings you back of just going back to being a kid. No caring.
50 viewers too.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It
you got eight more viewers.
Yeah. If there was a way that I could figure out how to connect my NES to my stream, I would totally stream Contra. I would totally stream.
What's the names?
Punch Out.
Emulator.
Yeah, there's a few apps you can bring up on your PC.
But also, you can do
that's the thing. Like, I got to get the PC in order to get to that.
But obviously,
you get a
when you're at that point,
and those three little, like the yellow, red, white, and you plug it into like a converter that takes it into a HDMI, and you put into the Elgato into your PC and stream it like you would from Xbox or PS4. You can do that. It's a big niche.
Those are fun games, man.
Niche.
Switch consoles and do like fucking like century switch and stuff like that, or fucking decade switch. Or
just
like that,
even a theme
console.
Night. Like every Saturday would be or Thursday, throwback Thursdays. Right there, you have your older games that you play, and you have viewers that come and just watch those specific games.
Did anyone ever play Lemmings?
I might poach that.
Did anyone play Lemmings?
Yeah, I did. Lemmings, yeah.
Lemmings. My God, is that game addictive?
Yeah.
Like, I could sit and play Lemmings on the stream and just be like, fuck!
Or Paperboy. I remember playing Paperboy.
Yeah.
Paperboy, Wonder Boy.
I was a bit later on with like Red Alert and stuff like that.
Do you remember Earthworm Jim and Abe's Odyssey?
Abe's Odyssey. Yeah.
What a game, man. Quality.
I remember
it just takes you back.
That was some of the first, like Abe's Odyssey and that sort of stuff. The games that sort of gave you the feel of 3D, but it wasn't 3D. It was still
it's kind of open worldy, kind of.
It's just like running back and forward and stuff like that, but you get like depth to it.
Remember all the cheats like in Zelda and Super Mario Brothers, like getting behind the wall, like you thought you were the best player because you found the 3 pipes that took you to advance it, like you're like, oh, I know this trick, you felt like the best.
I remember I used to play Zelda religiously on my Game Boy.
I can hear that theme song in my head.
When the screen was like this big.
And you got that light.
This little black and white dot running around.
Had a light you'd attach to it so you could play it at night after when you went to bed. It was the best.
They brought a color model out.
Oh, that was great.
Did any of you ever see the PlayStation 1 where they added the little flip screen to it? My nan bought me one for Christmas.
I had one.
And I used to sit and play Grand Theft Auto because obviously when I got home from school, if I wanted to go on the computer, sometimes my mum might have been home or my dad was home and they were watching something on the TV. So you couldn't play the computer unless your dad wanted to. Like my dad was what got me into computers. And so my nan bought me this one and I used to sit on the couch with it on my lap and it was burning away at your legs. It was that hot because you'd had it on for that long and the screen's just red hot and you could smell it burning. I've still got it somewhere in the cupboard and it's like, I'd love to just get it out and have a game.
I remember going back even a bit maybe before that. And then you had, or PlayStation 1 had memory cards, like a little 32 meg memory card.
Yeah.
Oh my
I had like 10 of them.
Save your games on that. And
You'd
then
be trying to
even
save
before
it.
that, when you couldn't save games and there was no save, you just have to leave it on and hope that your mum didn't pull it out on you.
Yeah.
You leave it on and turn the TV off.
Yeah. So it looks like it's okay.
The memory cards were the worst because you'd always have one in and you forget that it just didn't have enough to save that next. And you'd be like, oh, now I've got to find a memory card that's empty. Shit, and you're like this with your memory cards.
Yeah, I used to put Lord of the Rings Third Age and you go into a bit where you could die, so you'd save it beforehand and the whole thing is like 4 memory cards just full of one game. It was horrendous. But it was great.
So bad, man.
So what about going forward? Are you guys going to be getting the PS5? Are you the type of gamers that will get it straight away regardless just because it's the latest and greatest? Or
no, I didn't do that last time. I feel like, if I'm honest with you, I feel like I might even gravitate towards PC and just start going from there.
I might do the same.
I'm not mouse and keyboard savvy. This hand don't work the same as this hand. Like, you see, they both do the same thing. Like, I can't get one to do a different thing than the other. So mouse and keyboard don't work for me. It can't work. I run into walls. And my mouse is up in the air, all over the shop. So I would just plug a controller in. So does it sort of defeat the object to go into PC? Do you know what I mean? So I'm struggling. I'm sort of in a limbo between them all, because I'd like to be able to have them all so that I could play with anybody comfortably, rather than having to cross-platform and it being shit quality. I can jump on the Xbox, or I can log into the PlayStation, or I can turn the PC on.
I think if you went to PC and you had to use controller, I think you'd be at a disadvantage against some good PC players.
Yeah.
Your average PC player would probably be alright.
Yeah.
But
how about you, Cypher?
I'm definitely going to stay with the PlayStation 5. But
will you jump on it straight away just because it's it, or will you wait a while? Or
if I was single and didn't have children, yeah.
It's another one of them, innit? How many people are actually going to be able to afford this new console?
Yeah.
Either one, Xbox or PlayStation.
They're always competitive, so the prices are always the same.
If it's affordable and I can get it at a good deal, maybe like a Black Friday deal or a Cyber Monday, if it's coming out around that time, I might jump on it. It kind of really depends on the economy right now. There's so much going on now that even we haven't talked on with COVID and the economies around the world. I mean, ideally, yes, I want to get it first thing out of the gate. I want to get into the system. I kind of want to feel it, but I also know that with any release like this, there's going to be bugs and it's going to cause frustration. So it's almost better for me to just ride out what I have until the kinks get worked out and the price drops a little bit more, and then kind of get onto the PS5.
Yeah, fair enough.
I kind of want to get it immediately.
Are you two definitely going to stick out Xbox? Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll never change now.
I'll trade my One X in for it.
But you wouldn't. But you wouldn't ever contemplate, because I know you contemplated actually playing PC a lot more. So you got Kerbal and you got Apex, and do you know what I mean? So I was wondering if maybe you'd make a transition completely to PC.
Well, as Doctor was saying before, it's because you got all your mates on Xbox. So
yeah,
I'm going to get it. I'd like to play a lot more PC as well, because I've got the gaming rig to do it. So I'll trade in my Xbox One X and get the new Xbox, I guess. As long as the finances are good at the time, but if not, I'll just wait.
You've already started a little bit of transfer to PC with Rocket League and stuff like that.
Yeah. So I'd like to continue to do that as well.
Is that what you play Rocket League on now? Yeah.
PC. Only not on stream. When I play with Doctor and Creams in sometimes.
Right.
At some stages of the day.
No, it's only because, like I say, mouse and keyboard seems like something that you're dead set on. Like, if you're going to do it, you'll be able to do it.
Oh yeah, so I'm not going to play shooters with controller because I just play it on Xbox. But Rocket League, you got to play on a controller. So, but it's just smoother on the PC. It runs a lot better.
There's lots of benefits Rocket League on PC over Xbox.
And you, Doctor, you're going to stick with Xbox but you definitely wouldn't transfer to PC, no?
I don't think so, only because I'm going to have to do up my rig too much to get it there. And then if I was going to become a PC streamer, I'd probably want to run two systems, not one.
Right.
Yeah, even I follow Stone Mountain a lot, and just the benefits they talk about and stuff like that, having two separate rigs instead of the one gaming rig trying to perform it's a lot of tasks. If you're thinking if you're streaming even a 1080 at 60 frames and play on that at the same time, that's a lot of graphical, a lot of CPU usage on the one machine. So,
it kills it. Yeah, definitely.
I'd hate to jeopardize one for the other. I'd hate to go, I need to knock my stream back so my gaming can be up here or vice versa. You know what I mean? If I want to have my stream level up here, I need to knock my settings down here on my gaming so I can handle it.
Yeah. And the fact is, with streaming, you always want to be building your stream. You never want to be debuilding it, so to speak, do you?
Yeah, that's it. Exactly. Yeah. As far as the Xbox, I'm a pretty big gadget person. As soon as the latest Samsung phone comes out, I've got it. As soon as the any techie sort of gadgety stuff that I can get my hands on, I like to get it. So I've had every console since the first day that it drops, even the the Xbox Project Scorpio, which I thought it was actually going to be really, really good. And then it just had these tiny little green words on it that said Scorpio, and that was it.
And it's had massive issues.
Like, you got that one versus that one. The only difference you can tell is it has these tiniest little letters you can only see with a magnifying glass.
Yeah.
As the day one edition. But yeah, I don't know. I'm just that sort of person that if it's the latest, I have to have it for some reason. I can't help it.
Why not?
I definitely want it, but most of the time, if I'm going to get anything right out of the gate, it's going to be a game.
Yeah.
The consoles I got
so
to wait on.
expensive now. Like even games here, without working out the conversion and all that, but we're a minimum $100, $110 per game here.
Yeah, we're probably around 65 for a game, and that's just the base. Yeah, it's about that.
If we buy the deluxe edition, like if we buy digital deluxes, they're coming up to some of them Destiny, Modern Warfare, they're coming up over £100.
Yeah,
Jesus.
So yeah, you're looking at a bit of money.
Somebody slow him down.
Did you hear that?
Was loud.
Absolute idiots, mate. I swear, I can't. It makes me cringe listening to them. And that road's not that long. There's a roundabout at each end. Fucking idiots, man. But what about you, Cypher? Would you ever go completely to PC?
No, I think that I'm too far beyond the age requirement for strictly playing on PC.
Too late to start from scratch.
Yeah, you can't teach an
I feel like that
teach an old dog new tricks. I think though that I'm not opposed to getting the equipment for my son. You know, if this is something that he wants to do, we have Emma. You know, she's doing her art projects and starting with her YouTube channel, and Elijah's going to be
shout out to that.
Elijah's going to be 13 this year, so he's really considering streaming. So if this is an opportunity for me to maybe lay some groundwork for my kids, you know, I'm more than happy to do it. Same with the Discord. If I can get in and help somebody and just be the launching pad itself so that they can build their dreams on top of it and go where they want to go, that's all I want to do. You know, I mentioned something earlier and girl said, I want to snipe that. Go for it. Any idea that I have, if it works with somebody, take it.
I forget what it was already.
What's that?
I forget what it was already. I just gonna have to listen back.
Oh, the nostalgia game or Throwback Thursday.
Yeah. That sounds great, actually.
Yeah.
I mean, you can make little things that, you know, connect and cause people to talk and, you know, gives ideas. And that's what we're about. We're just a community trying to get together and share ideas and try to help each other grow. You know, my ideas might work for somebody else. They might not work for another person, or somebody else's ideas might kind of cause me to dream a little bit bigger. Who knows? All we're trying to do is build a community that we can all grow together. So thank you so much for being a part of Gamers Corner. Thank you so much for listening to Talking Corners podcast. This was just a little fun thing we wanted to put together for your enjoyment, a little battle between PlayStation and Xbox. So don't forget to hashtag Team Cypher and make sure you follow us on all platforms. Thanks for listening.
Go Xbox.
Thanks, guys. Go Xbox.
PlayStation.